So today we'll create an object for predefined class. So what is a predefined class we have? Suppose array list. If I want to create array list object, array list AL equals to new array list. It's giving an error, right?
Oh.
Array list cannot be resolved to a type. Means machine is not able to understand what is array list.
User defined.
This is predefined only, but why the machine is not able to understand? What
Class.
he has done is he divided a lot of classes into some folders, you can say. So we have a lot of folders. We call them as packages. What we call?
Package.
Package.
Package in the sense a folder. In Windows we say it as folder, in Java we say it as package. That's it. Okay?
Okay.
So next I have array list in a separate folder. What is the folder name? Java.util. Means inside Java folder there is a util folder. In that the array list is there. So if I want to use this directly, can the machine understand which particular package it is there?
Java.util.
Yeah. So in your words, in a simple words, if you want to say, if you visit a library, how the books are arranged?
With some
Alphabetic.
categorically it is.
Categories.
Yeah, categories you can say. Row wise a category will be given.
Yeah.
Like for math it will be separate, for physics it will be separate. So separate rows will have separate particular categories, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Next, the same way we have arranged the classes in some categories. So if you don't tell the category, you can't find the class. It's very difficult. So what developer has done, if you buy a electronic device, let's say you're buying you bought a washing machine or a fridge, you get a manual, a booklet, how it works, right?
Yeah.
Any device you buy, you will get a booklet, how it works and all. The same way,
Instructions.
yeah, for software also, they release the documents, they release the booklets. The document contains what are the classes, how to use it, all the instructions will be there in the document. Simple thing. So as you know, the document you can't read directly. What you do, you hire a salesperson. The salesperson will explain the features of the electronic devices. That's what happens in the market also, right? A lot of devices, different features. You can't read and do it. You assign a salesperson. The same way here also, what I'm a salesperson who is explaining you to the features of the Java. Let's say if I have Java documentation. So I'm just saying 7 or 8, any addition you can take. You can see this packages, right?
Yes.
And this entire thing is coming under API. What is API? Application Programming Interface.
Interface.
That is an API. So what you need to understand is Java entirely released a document. That document is this particular standards. And these are the packages present inside the Java. And you can't remember all these names, right? Is it possible?
No.
No, it's difficult.
These are only packages. Again, the classes are there here. So there are a lot of classes. See, Java is an ocean, people say, but that entire ocean is same. Means in Java, you have a class, it contains some variables, methods, constructors, some things. If you want to use it, create object, then only you can use it. If you don't create the object, you can't use it. But the classes are present inside the packages. So what do you say the basic principle of Java is? Java consists of packages. And these packages
Consists of class.
consist of classes. Not only classes, a lot of things are there, but we learn till classes itself, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And classes consist of variables
Mm,
and methods, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Like a class person is there, int, age, void, eat. These are the variables and methods,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now tell me, here, if we want to access the variable or method, what is required?
Object.
Class.
Object.
Object,
We need to
create an object.
Create an object.
And now, what do you understand here? If I want to use these classes are present inside the packages, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
If I want to create the object for these like classes, we need to import the package, right? See here, it's saying import list java.util, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is the
Oh.
import, how it works. So what is import? Importing the package so that you can access the class.
Okay.
Let's say if we want to create object for class, we need to import package. See, here also we will learn user-defined packages also will be there, not only predefined packages. Okay? So we'll learn in the further sessions how the package will be created, what are the different options we have and all. Now, the importing is done here for the single particular class. There is one more way also, like if I want to have all the classes star, or if you want to know whether array list is of java.util or not, what you can do, Control F, array list. You can see array list is there. If you click on the class array list, you can see we have this java.util, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not doing anything, I'm just following this manual, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So simple thing. It is a document you can't read. So I've read some points. I'm telling those points to you. That's it, right? Any software, they will have these kind of documentations. You need to go through this documentation in order to access it. So in future, you should adapt to these things like seeing the document, able to understand it and implement it. Understood what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
And all the languages will be similar. If you learn one language, the remaining will have the same process. So how many ways of imports are there? First is we can use star or we can use release. This is second. Or the third one is even if you want, you can write directly here java.ut. This is also correct. Is it giving any error now?
No.
So this is correct only, right?
It's a
Yes.
different one, sir.
Why it is different? The same thing. See,
Then earlier it.
we imported because
Oh,
if you want to use the name repeated number of times, if you're using only one time, we can write in this way also.
oh.
Java.utility are list only, right?
So without writing the import keyword, we can directly write here. I mean, it will automatically tell the Java that, okay, this file is, we are taking something like that.
Yeah, this class is inside this folder, it's saying.
Okay.
And you can see with the import also, it's the same thing, right? Import java.utility.rlist in the sense, this rlist is inside this folders, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Understood everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Simple things, we need to import package to access the classes. Create object to access the variables and methods. Okay? And class is a collection of, like Java is a collection of packages. The packages contains the class.
Classes.
Yes.
Classes.
Variables and methods.
Very good.
Variables and methods.
And if you want to access anything from a class, you need to have the memory. Without memory, we don't do anything, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And memory of different types you can say. Then what is static?
It's the
Same
keyword
keywords.
that access directly.
No, there is no clarity.
I mean, it doesn't depend on the object basically. Once you,
Yes,
sorry,
it doesn't depend on the object.
object.
If you don't want anything to depend on object, then we can use static.
Static.
The most important thing is it doesn't depend on object memory.
Object.
It has its own memory. We can access that, but we need to use the class name. By using class name, we can access it. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Next. Static can be given to variable, class, method, block, even for object also, right? Yes or no? Static can be given to
Variables.
Variables. है.
only variables we can give. For method, we can't give a static.
Variable and methods.
Methods.
Class also we can give
Objects.
static.
Sorry.
For a class also we can give static. For a object also we can give static.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
See,
Object.
static is a thing which does not depend on object.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Even if I give object as static, the memory is allocated inside the method
Mm.
area, not in the heap area. That's the difference you can say.
Mm. Yeah. The method.
Next.
Yeah.
So this basic principle you need to remember every day, because throughout Java you will be having the same points. And if you forget once about this, you can't remember the entire flow.
Yeah.
The next concept is polymorphism. So what is polymorphism actually? Actually, it's a Greek word. Poly means many. Morphism means forms, state,
State.
or properties. Understood. So it is classified into how many types? We can say method overloading, method overriding. Method overloading will be there, and method overriding will be there. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is method overloading?
Using the same method again and again throughout one class
Method name
will be same.
is same with a different type of parameters or order of parameters or number of parameters. This is method overloading. If you want to understand clearly, let's take an example. In C language, or you can see in other languages, if I write void sum int x comma int y, void sum float x comma float y, we can't write this thing. Okay.
Okay.
We can't write the same, the function name or the method name with different types of parameters. But in Java, in method overloading, we can do it. You can write the same names again and again, no issue. But we have three conditions. The first condition is the types must be different. Like here, int, float, float. The types must be different. Order must be different. Order in the sense here, int float can be given. Float int can be given, or string, it's up to you. Whatever the data type you want, you can give it. And the last one is what? Number. Above is 2 integers, below is 0 integer. Let's say I'm having 2 integer sum and single sum. Or if you want to write this, it's wrong because it's same. It must be different. So this is different type of parameters, different order of parameters, different number of parameters. That is overloading, means same name you can use, but whatever the parameters you are having should be different. That's it. Then only the machine can recognize that what type of method you are writing. Understood?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah. How to check this in real time? What is a real time example? Now just we have seen some and some. Let's consider here. I'll remove the menu. I'll remove the serve food. Let's consider the take order itself. Is it mandatory that if you go to any restaurant, you should give only one order at a time?
No.
No.
It's based on customer interest, right? He might
Yeah.
give three orders, he might give two orders, he might give one order,
Yeah.
up to the customer itself, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So we can't restrict them. So how to make it possible? We need to write again void take order. But if I write the same order again, what's happening? I'm getting error, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Duplicate method, duplicate method. Then increase
One.
the number type, like string order one. Now it's not giving any error, right?
No.
So method name can be written same, but the thing is the number of parameters, order of parameters, type of parameters must be different. Understood what I'm saying?
Sir, in the second one, you wrote, right? Void take order, string order, and string order one. Instead of giving string order, we just, because in the first void take order, we give one order, right? In the second take order, we wrote two kind of orders. So rather than giving, can we only write string order one? Because it is repeating, right? String order and above one string order is repeating, right?
How it is repeating? If it is different, right? Again, it's giving the same error or not? See, these
Oh
names
yeah.
not important. The names are for just our understanding purpose. Machine takes these and the parameters, right?
Okay.
It checks string or string. You are giving two strings. Which string I have to consider? How can you
Oh,
say an order one is different, order is different? These are names. We gave them. Machine can't understand English, right?
oh, okay. If here in the second one, if we are not using the string type, if we will use int means it will take, right?
That's what second type, right? Int, float, float, int means type must be different. Anything is different, it will take. If it
Okay.
is same, it won't take.
Okay.
Important, not the names. See, if
Oh,
you write your name also here, it'll take it.
yeah.
Yes or
Okay.
no?
Oh, yes. Order one different.
Have you given this thing like if I given Deepika, it's taking or not?
We are taking.
So the machine does not understand, right? It just takes what you give. It just follows the instructions. That's it. The type is important. String. Two strings, okay, or three strings, okay. Let's say I'm giving three strings now. String order one, string order two, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you don't want to take string, take integer, int, order number, or serial number. Now also it's working, right?
Yes. Oh, basically it understand those types, right? And
Yes,
this order and all
yes.
doesn't.
Machine understands the type.
Okay.
Type is different, it will allow. Same name is fine.
Okay. Okay, sir. Clear.
If you want, you can take the three order parameter also. Different types. So you understood the requirement, what method overloading means?
Mm.
The same name can be given, but the type of the parameters, the order or the number must be different. Number in the sense here one is given, here two is given. two orders. Type is different. Okay. Number is different. Anything is different, it will allow. Any doubts in this thing?
No.
Now, which
No.
one will get execute?
Take
Sorry.
If I run this thing, what will be the output?
What is dot take order?
If I run this thing, what will be the output? I'm asking. Listen, the question.
Okay.
The,
Okay.
Okay.
if I run this thing, what will be the output?
something.
Nothing.
will show.
That's what the answer is.
No parameters.
Yeah,
Call
we
anything.
not define. Yeah.
Okay. See, try to understand the question, then answer, right?
Okay.
Take order. I'm asking simple questions, not typical questions. So take order based on the type. Let's say if I'm giving idli, it will give execute what the first method, right?
First one.
Yes.
Next, let's execute this one. So remaining two will not get executed because we didn't call it.
Yes.
Yes.
So whichever we call, it will only execute. Right? If I call out your name, then only you will respond, right? Even though you 5 people are there. The same way, if the same particular method names are there, the types is important here. Let's say ors dot take order. What I'll do, I'll just say dosha and the serial number is 3. Which one you get executed? This one, right?
Second one.
Third.
Third one.
Third. Sorry. Yeah.
Again, the mistake, second one. It's not a rapid round, right? Just answer should be correct. So you can just give puri and dosha.
Second one.
Second one.
One. Straight.
Now you understood, right? Based on the calling, it will execute.
Yes.
Yes.
Order, everything is irrelevant.
Sure.
Create a memory, call it, it will execute. If you don't call it, it won't execute.
Yes.
What you have to do, you need to write the, already you have written the method programs, right? 3 programs. In 3 programs, write down 3 different like polymorphism examples. For the 3 programs, write down this thing, different type, order, number. Okay?
Okay.
To see this overriding, you need to understand inheritance again. What is it?
Inheritance.
Returns.
Okay. So inheritance, shall I continue now?
Yes.
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 Even it's not overloaded, right?
No.
No.
Right. So what we have seen that packages are important. Without packages, we cannot access anything. But my question would be, how come string was able to return, like we were able to write the string thing, right? Without the package, then how it is possible? Now we have written all the programs. It didn't give any error for the string. Why? The reason is, if we don't assign default, like the initial values, what does JVM do? It will assign the default values, right?
Yes.
Means
Yes.
machine does few things for us, like as we forget few things, right? The basic thing.
Yeah.
In the same way, this string class is present inside java.lang. What is it?
Java.lang.
Lang, which is the default package included in our programs. Default in the sense, if you import java.lang or not, the compiler or the JVM will do it for you. You don't have to write java.lang.string.
Yeah.
If you don't write also, you're not getting error, right?
No.
Yes.
So the class is present inside the java.lang. All the classes will be available directly without the package importation. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is the default package imported in Java?
That's string.
Java.lang. Java.lang is the default package. Java.lang package internally by default. Java compiler does that imports. Java.lang package internally by default. It provides the fundamental classes that are necessary to design a basic Java program. That's the reason we don't have to import it. Fundamental classes will be in that particular thing, right?
Mm.
Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Next. What is inheritance? Now we have to see this inheritance concept. Let's write a program. Say I want to find out square and sum. How to find square and sum? For square, how many variables are required? If
Two.
I just say int a, I can just say a into a, right?
Yeah.
That is what you can say it as what?
A.
Area.
Square. A square.
Sorry, square.
Now, if I want to find the sum, what is required? B comma C, B plus C, right?
Yes.
So it will get late or not? Means the memory is getting wasted or not? I don't want to declare B, C again. Already A is there. Just what I want to do int B and A plus B I want to do. How it is possible? One class variable, if you want to use in another class, you need to have extends keyword. What is it?
Extend keyword.
Square
Sum
it.
extends the square. So square class variables and methods can be used inside the sum. Let's say I have a terminology. Like square can also be known as superclass. So what you can say derived class. Parent class. Next, the same way, you need to understand here, we have to use the superclass or subclass name terminology, derived or base class. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
terminology, that's it. One class can be called as any different names. Those names are these particular things.
Sir, isn't it this base class and derived class is opposite?
Yes, I also thought the same. So what you can say, this is super, base or parent. Subclass derived or child. Terminology, okay? So I just got confused with the base or derived base. Next, what about memory then? If I want to use any variable of a class, this memory should be there inside the some class also, right?
Yeah.
So usually what we do, we create object for square, we create object for sum, right? But inheritance, when you extend a class, like superclass and subclass, you create object only for the subclass. Only for sum we create. We don't create for square. Why? Because JVM will assign automatically a memory block inside the sum with the name square. Understood? So inheritance, what we do when we have multiple classes like superclass and subclass, we create object only for the subclass, right?
Yes.
We don't create object for the superclass. Suppose I have 5 subclasses, then what we do? How many objects will be there? 5 objects.
Right.
So how many subclasses we use, those many objects we need to have, right? Next. Understood these requirements? What is inheritance means? This reusability, right? Or you whatever the properties you want, you can acquire them. That is inheritance. Acquiring or what you can say,
Properties of parent reusability.
reusability, right?
Yeah.
And types of inheritance, what are the types of inheritance? We have 3 types. So what are the types of inheritance we have? Single level inheritance,
Multi.
Hybrid.
multi-level inheritance and hierarchical inheritance, right? So usually what we do, if you want to create a program, write the variables and method. Like I have taken square and sum. Tell me any real-time scenario. Like how we can use this example. Any scenario instead of square and sum.
Mother and kids.
Apart from that, any realistic in the sense like company-wise, industrial standards I want. Think.
Sir, can you repeat the question, please?
See, I've used a square in some as an example, right?
Yeah.
Give me another example in real-time scenario, I'm saying.
So one MNC acquired multiple consulting firm, suppose, or like some small companies.
Yeah, like parent company and child companies you're referring to, right?
Yeah, right.
Then we can do it. The parent company, few things will be accessible in the child company. Apart from that, anything, any good example? Anyone?
Project and module. Like project is a parent and module, one module called different is a child.
Project and model, company wise only. Company project.
Yeah.
Anything new? So you think and write the program for this singular inheritance. Multi-level and hierarchical, we'll see tomorrow. Okay. I'll again give an example for this and show you a program. Then we can go to the next concept, right? Understood what's the requirement is.
The university one also can be used,
Yes.
right?
So you can take university and as a parent and
Yeah.
universities will be there, right?
Okay, sir.
Here JNT is a university and CMR is a college. University and college can be taken.
College. Yeah, and different branches.
Yeah, in the university, if you have, you don't have to take it again in the things.
Okay, sir.
So think about it and write down. I want
Sure.
unique answers, unique programs like things from your end. So
Okay.
tomorrow we'll see the next concept after this, overriding. Okay.
Okay.
That's it for today. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So can I share my screen, please?
Just give me a second.